Hello, I'm Chad Roderick, and you're watching The Week in Review, a compilation of all the local headlines this past week. We start with wildfires raging on the western slope, and will there be any relief in sight? We'll let you know.
The name of the game in providing aerial support during a wildfire is speed. There's no waiting on the tarmac for these tankers, but it does get pretty loud.
Our ultimate goal is to have them on quick response within 15 minutes and sent out.
During the last week, the Air Center at Grand Junction Regional Airport has been pretty busy refueling and refilling planes at any time when needed. When asked to put a rough number together on how much work they've put into refueling these planes, the response?
Within the last week, I can say that we have pumped hundreds of thousands of gallons of retardant.
And it's not only the large air tankers that come through the Air Center. The airport also services and houses a couple of single-engine air tankers, or seats, along with an aerial supervision plane, among many other types of aircraft. But refueling and refilling the planes is only half the battle. Brian Bell serves as the ramp manager at the Grand Junction Tanker Base, but he's also the timekeeper, making sure every plane is completely full and that pilots don't go over their flight time.
A lot of calculating of flight hours and gallons of retardant and getting all that in the computer so we can take care of billing and make sure everything is followed through at the end of the day.
But Brian wasn't always the keeper of the times and a ramp manager. He traded teaching for the tarmac.
I was a middle school teacher here in Grand Junction for 30 years, and I started working out here as a summer job and really loved it. It melded well with teaching, and so I retired last year from teaching from School District 51, and now I get to work out here as much as possible. It's great.
So from tankers to timekeepers, fuelers to former middle school teachers, everybody plays a part in making sure firefighters can fight wildfires with as many resources as they can. Jeff Hinkle, Fox 4 News.
Now, smoke and debris blowing from the wildfires are causing health issues for many local residents. Ariana Boss tells us how you can protect yourself during times of poor air quality.
If you went outside today, you may have noticed the mesa seems to be missing, hidden behind clouds of smoke from surrounding wildfires which continue to blaze across the western slope. So how is this smoky haze affecting local residents? To answer that question, we first asked experts what exactly it is we're breathing in.
Unfortunately, bits of tree debris and leaves and other organic matter that's burned down to very small particulate matter and then been blown and traveled in the air and settled in Grand Junction.
These particulates are so small, we're told they can only be seen with a microscope. But that doesn't stop this organic matter from wreaking havoc on our respiratory systems. Doctors are seeing an influx of residents with varying symptoms, especially those with pre-existing health conditions.
Folks who have asthma or chronic sinusitis or COPD or other respiratory conditions seem to be really susceptible to experiencing increased coughing and chest congestion, shortness of breath, mucus production. So we're seeing folks get pretty symptomatic with it.
The surrounding Sow Belly, Turner Gulch, Wright Draw, and South Rim wildfires have yet to be contained. While the battle rages on to stop the spread, experts recommend wearing an N95 mask for going outside for extensive periods of time. And for residents beating the heat with swamp coolers, be careful. Particles can seep into your home more so than with central AC.
If you're running swamp cooler and getting particulate matter in your house, then going ahead and investing in an air purifier with a HEPA filter is really the next step.
One last piece of advice the experts recommend: just stay inside.
Keep the windows shut, minimize time outside, which is a foreign idea for us folks in Western Colorado. We usually don't like to minimize time outside, but for this hopefully brief period of time, that is the recommendation.
Ariana Boss, Fox 4 News.
Now, in other news, as the weather remains very dry and windy, the Grand Valley is dealing with another year of drought. Kyle Kawamoto spoke with officials to find out more.
Here on the western slope, there have been concerns whether if there will be any water to the next snow season.
Anytime we get these years with, poor snowpack, low stream flows, that's always concerning because that's our water supply.
Looking closer at Mesa County, according to the data that was provided, Grand Junction had 2.8 inches of snowfall this year, making it the lowest on record.
But it also wasn't a very good snow year up on the Grand Mesa, which is where, that's where you do tend to see a lot of snow, and that's the source of a lot of the water.
But with the low runoff, this could have a big impact on the ecosystem.
Impacts to the fish where, dissolved oxygen gets low, temperature gets high, which just adds stress to their general environment.
Farmers such as Tuxedo Corn has found a way to adapt to the water situation.
We've got a whole new system this year with drip irrigation, whereby it's gravity fed rather than pressurized.
I spoke with Tina Berganzini with the Grand Valley Water Users Association to talk about how the Grand Valley is in a water restriction.
We start restrictions when the supply exceeds the demand. Should there come a point where we have more water than we have a demand for, then we will lift the restriction. With a year as hot and dry as this has been, I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Lastly, with the drought affecting the western slope, this can be attributed to the fires we are currently seeing.
Really bad wildfire seasons tend to be the years when we also have drought. And what drought does is if you have a lack of precipitation, it dries out the soils, it dries out the vegetation, and that can, that sets the stage for a wildfire.
Kyle Kawamoto, Fox 4 News.
Now, from citizens to firefighters on the front lines, many in western Colorado are feeling the effects of the still burning wildfires on the western slope. Ren Lewis has more on what locals are doing to try and ease that burden.
At the end of the day, as humankind, we got to take care of one another and nature.
With families displaced due to the fire, many Western Coloradans are wondering what they can do to help. Linda Morrison, store manager at J&M Aquatics in Grand Junction, says the store is offering to house animals for those who were displaced by the fires.
It'd be like small animals, rabbits, guinea pigs, rats, hamsters, anything like that they couldn't bring with them wherever they had to go. They could leave them here and we'll take good care of them here.
Morrison says this hits close to home for her.
I personally have been in a fire evacuation before, and we had to take all our animals with us. And I thought it'd just be nice to have one less headache that they had to worry about to bring with them, and that they could just worry about getting their family someplace and not have to worry about their animals.
Morrison says if you have a cage with you, then bring it. But if you don't, you can still bring your pet to be housed. They have plenty of room. And for those on the front lines, Western Slope 4x4 is teaming up with 2 local businesses to hold a water bottle drive for the firefighters and fire victims. Ryan Gardner with Western Slope 4x4 says it's easy to help out.
Anybody can get involved in this effort just by grabbing a case of water or 2 or 3 and dropping it off at either Wicked Wrench, which is 825 Highway 6 and 50 here in Fruita, or All Temp Services, which is 714A Scarlet Drive in Grand Junction. Anytime during business hours, folks can drop off water there.
Gardner says it's important to him to participate.
I think as a community, we need to look after our backyard. Certainly the first responders that are out there on the front lines helping us to protect our wildland and our beautiful places that we have here in Colorado.
All donations will be consolidated at the Fruita Silo warehouse on Sundays from 3 to 5 and taken to Gateway. You can also participate by becoming a drop-off location. Rin Lewis, Fox 4 News.
Backed by popular demand, the Grand Junction Police Department hosted their Ice Cream with a Cop event at Enstrom's Candies. Ariana Boss has more.
Seeing cops, canine units, and even SWAT vehicles around town is enough to make anyone uneasy, even scared. That's why Thursday, the Grand Junction Police Department hosted Ice Cream with a Cop at Enstrom Candies to sweeten the experience of being around police for the local community.
They might see somebody in uniform and say, oh my God, they have a gun, they have a badge, they're scary, I don't want to talk to them. Well, these are the type of events where, hey, this is that softer type of presentation where come out and meet with us, talk with us. We're not so scary or intimidating.
Community members showed up to hang out with the GJPD's 2- and 4-legged team members, get an exclusive tour of the gear, and ask questions in between ice cream licks.
Are you guys having a good time?
Yeah.
What's been your favorite part of today?
The motorcycles.
Some attendees had even met the GJPD before, in, well, let's say, less sweet circumstances.
I'll have people come up and approach me and say, hey, you stopped me a year or 2 ago, or another officer stopped me maybe 6 months ago and wrote a ticket or whatever it was. Yeah, and I messed up and I did something wrong, and I appreciate it, but they were very nice.
The GJPD told us they hosted the event to make the community feel more welcome in their presence. Some attendees said they were there to do the same for their local police.
Getting in here and seeing them like this, you get to realize they have families too, and they have people that are home worrying about whether they come home safe or not. What they do is put their lives on the line for us every day, and they don't know what they're going to be up against, and we're here to support them for that.
Ariana Boss, Fox 4 News.
Thank you for watching the Week in Review. As always, tune in every week for your local headlines. I'm Chad Roderick.